Hello everyone. In this video, we are just going to discuss how you can interface push buttons with Raspberry Pi Pico. Let's get started. Before starting to the programming part, we will just discuss what is the schematic diagram that we are going to build for interfacing push buttons with Raspberry Pi Pico. We will need an onboard LED in Raspberry Pi Pico for demonstrating the interface of push buttons. So we already have an onboard LED in Raspberry Pi Pico. As we discussed in the last video, you can see right over here, we have an onboard LED which is connected to GPIO0 of Raspberry Pi Pico. And we are just going to use the same in this particular video also. We are just going to configure GPIO0, that is the pin of Raspberry Pi Pico, as output for demonstrating the interface of push buttons. And now, further adding to that, I am just going to connect the push buttons to GP16 of Raspberry Pi Pico. So the schematic that I am going to build goes like this. You can see we will be having two terminals in the push button like this. Just consider this is the push button, first terminal, and this one is the second terminal. I am just connect the second terminal to ground of Raspberry Pi Pico, and the other end of the push button, terminal 2 of push button, I will be connecting it to GP16 of Raspberry Pi Pico. This is what I am just going to do in the breadboard. One end of the push button I will be connecting it to ground, and other end of the push button I will be connecting it to GP16 of Raspberry Pi Pico. So I will configure GP16 as input pin with enabled pull-up resistor for configuring this particular push button in pull-up configuration. So whenever I press and hold the push button, I will get 0 signal or ground signal in the GP16, and whenever the button is in released state, I will get a high signal in GP16. This is how I am just going to detect the state of push button in the program. I am opening the Tony IDE. I am just going to create a new project by clicking on this particular icon or Ctrl N in my keyboard. You can see I have already connected my Raspberry Pi Pico to my PC through micro USB cable. And I am going to save this program, Ctrl S or file save this computer, and I am moving to the one of the old folder, and I am going to name it as push buttons. And two major libraries or the files that I am going to import right over here is Meson for accessing the GPIO segment of Raspberry Pi Pico, and another one is I am just going to import time file, which will be helpful for producing rough delays in our program. However, we will not use this time library right over here in this program, but for safety reasons we will keep this. If we require any rough delays, we will produce rough delays using the time sleep functions. And now, before configuring the push button, let's configure the LED pin as output. That is, as we did in the previous video of LED blink, we are just going to use the Meson pin library, and I'm going to configure the LED pin. So we cannot configure the GPIO0 pin of microcontroller's output. As we discussed in the previous LED blink lecture, we are just going to do the same configuration for the onboard LED in Raspberry Pi Pico. And the second parameter goes like Meson pin out. So this LED variable right over here can be accessed for changing the state of output pin GPIO0 of Raspberry Pi to which the onboard LED is connected in Raspberry Pi Pico. And the next variable that I am going to declare and define is button for push buttons. So in a similar manner, you can use the Meson pin function for configuring the GP16 pin of Raspberry Pi Pico as input pin. But this time the second parameter goes like meson.pin.in. And the third parameter is much more needed because we configured the push button in pull up logic. So I'm just going to give like meson.pin.pull up. So if you are not providing this particular configuration as third parameter, the pull up will not be enabled. So there will be some slight deviations which is expected because of inconsistency in input of the hardware circuit. So just enable this if you are configuring the push button in pull up configuration. and inside the while of true, I'm just going to write if condition. If button value equal to 0, I will turn on the LED by making the LED value 1. Else I will turn off the LED by producing the by providing the value 0 to this particular value function. So whenever a pin is configured as digital output, this value function helps you to change the state of pin. But if a pin is configured as digital input, this particular same value function is helpful for reading the state of pin, because we cannot change the state of pin which is configured as input. So it will be affected by external hardware. So since the 16 pin right over here is configured as input pin, we are just reading the state of the pin using the value function. So when I write button dot value, if it returns 0, which means the button is pressed. We configure the push button in pull up configuration. So whenever the button is pressed, we will get 0. And whenever the button is in released state, we will get 1 or high. So whenever the button is pressed, I am just turning on the LED. If not, I am just turning off the LED. I am saving this and I am running the I'm connecting my Raspberry Pi Pico again because of some deviations. I'm just running the program by clicking on this particular icon or F5 in my keyboard. So whenever I press the push button, you can see the onboard LED is lighted up, and whenever I release the push button, the onboard LED is turned off. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So this is the output which I got in my hardware. I hope you learned how to interface push buttons with Raspberry Pi Pico W in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.